Okay, Ben, here's the video that I told you I would make. This is a concept that I was also working on about 5 years ago or so, and I wanted to share with you some of the things that I had came up with during the development process. I didn't do actually any DNR like you have done, so you're definitely way ahead in the reduction of practice. I do not intend to ever try to patent any of this stuff because, as I said, once I looked into prior art, I did find some papers referring to the military's research on something like this, but I wasn't able to find any documents on prior art. So it may still be out there in the field, I don't know. But basically what I wanted to talk to you about, though, was your use of a single point for the tongue to operate as a manipulation system. And I wanted you to stray away from that because that's the cause of your problem. That has far little room for error than it would if you would have a pressure pad system like this, some type of special pressure pad, very similar to the touch screens on our phones, and that would be able to detect that even though your tongue may be pressing an area this big, you're actually shooting for an area like this small. I'm sure that these pressure systems are capable of graphing out the different pressure zones, and if you kind of press your tongue inside the roof of your mouth, you can kind of feel somewhat of a small point of pressure can be supplied by the tongue. And I think that if you were to look at a pallet mouse, so to speak, that would use a larger pressure zone, you would have a far larger area of error. I mean, if you were to take your tongue and scroll it along the bottom of your, or the top of your mouth like this would be left and right, and this would be up and down. The procedure you're using involves this little tiny laser dot like this, and let's say this was the tongue, and you're sitting there trying to do this. Finally manipulate a mouse, and these little movements here are translating to this on the screen because you are using these small little micro movements are having a dramatic impact on the movement of your screen. But if you were to amplify that zone of operation to a pallet mouse, which is, you know, a more proper name for this device. We were both going for the same thing, though. I believe I also named this the mouth mouse. And I'll put this here and show you just some stuff that I wrote up about it. There's not too much put into this, but I had the idea also of special little input keys on the teeth for certain operations. So you could just bypass, you know, scrolling around with the mouse. Like, say this puts you right back to Windows. Say this opened documents. Say this closed Windows. I don't know. Just you could designate all kinds of different stuff, and the tongue could simply press one of those little bulb type switches, kind of like the inside of a circuit board. If you take a keyboard apart, there's all these little tiny bulbs inside of the keyboard. One of those little switches would work great. Your tongue has enough force to press one of those. So this would be a rather disgusting device. I mean, think about it, having this thing in your mouth all day. It'd smell like dentures, but I think it is pretty cool. And the reason why I came up with it was because I know someone who has a paraplegic kid, and I thought it'd be cool if you could come up with a device where they could simply press a button and it would be able to make a statement like, you press this button, I'm thirsty. You press this button, I love you. You press this button, you know, entire statements could be made by a paraplegic pressing a single button. I think that paraplegics may have the ability to use their tongues enough to pull something like that off. And I know they're not stupid. They're just messed up. Their bodies are just messed up. But anyway, I hope I was able to explain to you what I wanted to say. It's about 9 o'clock at night. I had a hard day at work. My brain is water right now. So I have no way of editing this video. I just wanted to share this with you because you're awesome, dude. I like your videos. You work on a lot of cool stuff. And if you do intend to further this project, you can have any of this information, man. I'm not hoarding it. If you do intend to patent this device, let me know. I'll take this video down. As I said, I never found any actual written prior art, but I did find documents disclosing the fact that the military had interest in a device like this. So that is why I canceled the project. I didn't want to bother if the military is already involved. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Right here is a pressure sensitive switch to where when you bite down, You can bite down at different pressures to get different things to happen. See, so there's a lot of little stuff here I may be leaving out. If you do have interest in this, let me know. If you watch the whole video, I'll see if I can dig up the other files, man. And I hope you like this. It was really cool to see that you actually built this, man. You are awesome, bro. Hope you liked the video.